Hello, first grade families. We are so excited to meet all of you. This is your first grade Learning Gate team for the 2021 and 2022 school year. Today, we're going to give you a really brief overview of what first grade is going to look like come fall. And we're so excited to meet you and the kiddos. Just to let you know, we are four very different teachers. And so this is an overview of what we're doing. Every teacher does things a little differently. And once you find out who your teacher is, you will get a lot more information on the specifics, but we wanted to let you know what we do as a whole and kind of get you ready for over the summer. I'm Miss Lauren and I'm one of the teachers, and I'm going to let these lovely ladies introduce themselves.
I'm Miss Becky.
I'm Miss Nicole.
And I'm Miss Vicki.
Alrighty, let's get started. We're going to go ahead and share our little screen here.
Okay, and I wanted to talk, this is Miss Nicole, and I wanted to talk a little bit about uniforms. It's very important that students come in the correct uniform. And that means the Learning Gate shirt, Learning Gate pants or shorts. And if it's good cold weather, be ready for cold weather because you can only wear black or white under shirts and bottoms. And for shoes, just no boots or sandals. And make sure you label each article. Just sometimes things get lost, they leave their jackets, whatnot, and those are expensive. So you want to make sure that you label those so we can return them to the rightful owner. And also wanted to talk about shoes and tying shoes. Now, of course, the students, they need to be wearing like athletic tennis shoes because, you will be walking around, we're outside a lot. And just make sure that they can tie their own shoes themselves, or get shoes that, if they can't, get shoes that don't need to be tied. It'll just be safer and it's easier. And some things that students need to bring every day to class, a couple of very important things. Of course, their backpack. That's what they're gonna, use to carry their supplies in. It's important to bring a change of clothes, especially at the beginning of the year, just in case, they have an accident or spill something on them. They can change their clothes and we don't have to call you to bring a change of clothes. It's also important to bring a water bottle. It's hot, and especially in August, and they want to be able to have water whenever they need to. We go outside a lot. And a raincoat, because especially in August, when we first start in September, it rains a lot. And dismissal, we do have rainy day dismissal where they'll be outside at dismissal. So we'll make sure they have a raincoat. And of course, bring lunch and snack. We do have a snack time, so you want to pack that separately from their lunch. And one other important thing is to make sure, especially on days that they have PE or Mr. Gym or garden, to use bug spray them before they leave the house, because there are a lot of bugs here, and it's very important they do that.
Okay, this is Miss Becky. I'm going to go over lunch. Some of the things that we need to remember is we are a waste-free lunch school. So what that means is we don't want to bring packaged items whenever possible. They won't be able to throw those items away at school. They'll come right back in their lunchbox, and that can get really messy. So we recommend that they get like a little Tupperware type container. So it's washable and less. But one of the things that we really need to have them practice is try to open up those containers by themselves. That way we don't have to be touching them, or the school lunch people don't have to be touching them. I'm not sure what lunch is going to look like this coming year, but that will help us with not spreading germs that way. And it'll just make things faster. And one of the things, kiddos can have Capri Suns during lunch, but throughout the day, they're supposed to be having just water. I know sometimes our kids, they want a little mix inside of their drink, but we do encourage to have just water in those water bottles. Okay, and a little bit on the supply list. You can find that on the website under the Parents tab. But in the picture here, we have a plastic pencil box. That's what we would like to see the kiddos bring in this year. When you bring in the metal ones or the plastic zipper, they don't always work out very well. They're always dropping them, and the metal ones, they don't click very well, so they're just everywhere. So if you can try to find this plastic one, they're like 50 cents at the beginning of the school year. It wouldn't even be a bad idea to pick up a couple just in case one of them breaks and you have one at home. And then we also in our picture have some folders. These are plastic folders. We really need plastic with the 3 brads on them. That way we can use them for some book studies that we do throughout the year and for our biomes. So it's really important that they have those brads in there. And one more thing about supplies, I almost forgot. You don't have to label everything. That's a lot of work. The main things that need to be labeled would be the pencil box, the folders, and their composition notebooks. Everything else can just be brought in without labels, and we'll divvy those things up and keep the extra in our supply closets. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about our academics. I'm going to cover our reading. First grade is really exciting because the kiddos, they really start reading this year. Most kids by January will at least be beginning reading. So it's a really exciting year for teachers. We get to see a lot of growth. And so what we use at LearningGate is a phonics-based approach. We use journeys. I don't know if that's what we're going to be using coming into the next school year, but either way, we do teach heavily with our phonics. Every week or almost every week, we'll have a spelling test and we'll go over a certain spelling pattern that week. So in first grade, we also will start weekly spelling tests, a phonics assessment, and then we'll do some regular progress monitoring throughout the year where we have them read like lists of words and stuff just to see that they're progressing.
Alrighty, so I'm going to talk about our summer reading books. LearningGate has kind of a program. Part of our supply list are books for the summer. And you purchase them in the summer and then we use them during the school year, and they correlate with our units and with our biomes that we do. The 3 books you see on the screen, The Busy Tree, Green Eggs and Ham, and Dolphins at Daybreak, are the 3 books that we are going to be using this year. They're all 3 amazing and so wonderful. We love getting to use them in our classrooms, and it's very important that each of the students has one of these books. You're going to keep them at home until your child's teacher sends out to you and says, bring them in. We're going to be using them. Our suggestion is go ahead over the summer while you're buying supplies, go ahead and get them, put them in a safe place and have them. Because the worst thing is when, it's time looking around and maybe it doesn't get shipped in time or something like that. So we recommend just getting these books, having them ready. They do not have to read them this summer for our younger kiddos. We still call them summer reading, but really they're for throughout the school year. Your summer reading assignment is the students are going to pick their favorite book. It does not have to be one of those 3 books. It is just their favorite book that they enjoy reading at home, and they're going to write a sentence about it. We then ask that you have the student hold up that favorite book and you email a photo of your child holding up that book to the teacher. And then you would bring the sentence in that first week of school. This is a really fun way for us to get to know your kiddos and for us to find out what kind of books they enjoy reading and what they're excited about. It lets us kind of guide what we choose throughout the year. So it's really simple, really easy. You can help them write the sentence, but we encourage them to do the writing, and you can bring that in during the first week of school. Just email that picture. The other thing I'm going to talk about is writing. We really moved this year from a very basic sentence to writing whole paragraphs, hopefully by the end of the year. We do use rubrics. This is one of them, an example of one that we might use. And the biggest things we're looking for is we are looking for the kiddos to be able to start with a capital, end with a period, have those spaces between words, and handwriting. We will be using a handwriting program. We might be handwriting without tears, or it might be something else, we don't know, but we will be practicing that. And this is also a great thing over the summer, a really great thing to practice at home. There are handwriting books and things you can purchase at home. An easy, great way to practice. For math, this is a textbook that we'll be using in Vision Math, but we also do a lot of other activities outside of the textbook. The biggest things we're going to be working on is counting and writing numbers 1 to 120. We'll be doing addition, subtraction, graphing, basic geometry, and basic fractions. The biggest thing with math at home is just practice those basic facts, the 2 plus 2, 2 plus 3, 2 plus 4, those sort of things. That's a great thing to practice at home. And like I said, we'll be using the Envision curriculum, but also supplementing with our own stuff. All right.
Hi. I'm not sure. Okay, you can hear me. Hi, I'm Miss Vicki, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about grades and our report card. We do have different grades in A, B, C, D, and they're not anything like those grades for ESU. E would be exceeds expectations, and really don't expect a lot of E's because we are just learning, and even the readers are learning comprehension. So I say look at the S's, and I would rather say, rather than satisfactory, I think super would be a better word to use because that is a job well done. The U is unsatisfactory, and that, of course, you will know way before you get a report card because we are really good at contacting and discussing things that we might need at home and what you need from us. So once again, these are not equivalent to ABC grades. Tests and graded papers will be sent home. I'm going to talk a little bit about social studies and science. Why? Because I love working at LearningGate and being a nature school. We just have so many neat things going on here that encompass social studies and science. We do use Scholastic News, which is like magazine, and we also are able to use information from that news technology wise. We will pull up their information and then we will dig deeper. We do love to do experiments, and of course, learning through doing is really the best way to do it. We have 2 biomes. We will start with the forest biome first, and usually everything we do, even math, can be tossed into that forest biome, which is counting seeds or building things. So I really, really like social studies and science to be an exciting part of our year. Homework. Although we really want to see the kids going home after a long day of school, relaxing, having a snack, getting outside to play, this is a year that is vitally important that they read, read, read. We will have a reading log sent home at the beginning of the week, and in that log, you are expected to read every night for 10 to 15 minutes. We will also be talking to you as teachers at what you can use for reading. And some of us will be sending home some books for you to read, some paper copy books for you to read as well. So if you need any reading resources, please don't hesitate to talk to us. We expect, we have a spelling test every Friday. We do go through the spelling words daily. but it really gives your child a good sense of self when they come and take that test on Friday and do very well on it. The basic math facts to me is the foundation of our math. And it is going to be addition and subtraction from 1 to 20 facts. So it'd be 5 plus 5. Usually we'll start with doubles and then we'll go into, 7 plus 8. So those things we really, really expect some practice from home. I talked about the paper books coming home most weeks, and we'll also look at books that maybe are more appropriate for your child's reading levels. So that, without saying that, I just hope you'll really understand that nightly reading is the key for your child to feel successful.
All right. Thank you so much, parents. We're so glad we got to talk to you, even with everything that's been crazy going on. And we're excited to get back next year. We're excited to see you and learn in first grade. We hope you have a wonderful summer. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions that you may have. And we hope to see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.